Well, hello, everyone. It's wonderful to be with you today. Happy Monday, right? Happy Monday. Can you believe it? Here we are in September, and we're like, right here in the middle of September. It's hard for me to believe how fast the time is going, but it's the perfect time to be with you today. So I just want to honor you and thank you for the gift of your time today. I'm not going to keep you too long. This is intended to be just a conversation of me informing you. There's no anything to purchase today. There's no sale. It's really all about me just wanting to show up in advance for those of you who have been hearing about the Platinum membership and just want to learn a little bit more from me personally, who is the person that started it. I think we're in our 7th going on 8th year. So let's just before I dive in, let's just do a quick sound check. Those of you that are on your computers, you will see a question box, Beverly. Hello, I see you. You said great, so perfect. So I'm assuming that you can hear me. So just confirm for me that you can hear me. So Andrea, Barbara, Beverly, Carol. We've got a number of Carols, 3 Carols on the line. Cheryl, a couple of Cheryls, Deloise, Denise, Dorinda, Holly, Heather, Jennifer, you can hear me? Good. Okay. So now that I know that if you can hear me, if someone says they've lost sound, please put it in the box so that I can see. But otherwise, and I'll do a check, and if one of you can hear me, then I know that it's not on my end. Okay, so just wanting to check with you. So let me just get really crystal clear with you on the purpose for the short time that we are going to be together. I basically have 4 things that I want to cover. What is a Platinum membership? For those of you that are already on the wait list, there's nothing for you to do, okay? And some of you may not be on the wait list, and I think it would be important for you to do that just so that you can get into the system of us informing you when it opens up, because it is only open one day for 24 hours. We only open up Platinum 2 times a year, each a 24-hour period. And so two full days a year. We had one open in May the 19th, and we're doing it again coming up here. So this Friday, September the 18th. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about why I started it. It feels like a gazillion. That's obviously an exaggeration. There are 22 benefits to be specific, and I'm going to highlight about half of them. I think about 13. I think I've got, which I think are the juiciest ones, and really, I think are where the overall overwhelming value is. And of course the others are important, and I'll direct you where you can see them. They're on the website. And then, if this is really resonating with you, then what are your next steps? What should you do next? Okay, so that's it. That's what we're going to cover. To get started, I just want to get us all grounded. I don't know about you, but I've had a pretty busy morning, and I'm just learning that I'm no different than everyone else. I'm doing a quick sound check. Someone said they cannot hear me. Can you hear me? Can someone just confirm for me that you can hear me now? Perfect. I'm going to keep going. Thank you so much. So if you've had a crazy busy morning like me, then sometimes we get on these calls, but we're here, we've arrived, but we're not really present. Does that make sense? And so, it's, I think, really important that we just calm our mind and all the things that are going on and get really, really centered. And that this is a significant investment for you. So allow yourself the opportunity to fully receive so that you can make the wise, right decision for you. I'm not committed to your outcome. My commitment is to your clarity of whether this is the right next best move for you. Okay? Makes sense? So let's get grounded. The way I do that is just getting really centered in the values of eWomenNetwork. I know that not everyone that's on the line right now are actual members of eWomenNetwork already. Some of you are just learning about eWomenNetwork and have learned about the Platinum level and want to explore whether you should come in, at that higher level. And others of you are already members and you've been hearing about it and you're like, what's this all about? I think I might want to upgrade to it. So we're not all in the safe place. So those of you that are new to eWomenNetwork, we are a values-based organization. And I learned this from Dina Dwyer Owens, who runs a $7 billion B as in boy, billion-dollar company. And, I just learn from the best, at least people 10 times more successful than me. And then I say, what are they doing that they believe has been so successful? And I want to apply that in my own business. And this was one of the things that Dina, who was on Undercover Boss and actually made it to the best of Undercover Bosses, says was the most critical thing. So we have what we call our divine nines. If you'll just take a deep breath, if you're comfortable, you can even close your eyes for a moment. Just get really centered on your breathing and taking in our 9 values. We're committed to giving first, sharing always, and empowering you to thrive in an environment of encouragement and empathy. We are committed to lifting you as we climb, to foster prosperity, growth, and fiscal responsibility. We are committed to teamwork to make the dream work, because nobody makes it alone, and we do that through respect, cooperation, and accountability. We are committed to providing exceptional products, services, resources, and remarkable experiences, and we do that through innovation, education, and continuous improvement. We are committed to respectful and transparent communication, but we're guided by the rule of good intention. We are committed to being reliable, responsive, and engaged. We listen and we seek win-win outcomes. We are committed to being a professional organization that fosters integrity, honesty, and trust. We are committed to being an inclusive network, one that cultivates diversity in a community environment so that everybody can truly belong. And of course, we are committed to happiness, fun, self-care, and life balance. Okay, so let me tell you why I started the Platinum Group. And it really was just listening to the community of eWomenNetwork. I just had more and more people coming to me and saying, Sandra, I just really want to play a bigger game, and I'd like to have a little bit more access to you, meaning me, and I'd like to really be able to network. Even if I've got a local business, I've got big goals within my local business, and I know that a great idea can come from anywhere, right? So even that tells me that, when local people tell me that they're not limiting their network to local people, that tells me that they're really thinking bigger, more like a CEO, and they're thinking about making themselves available to wherever a great idea might come from. And so it just started coming up more and more and more. I started to do retreats, kind of high-end retreats. And in the retreats, I would often ask when I did reviews, so what is it that I don't know that I need to know? How can I make this better? And it was consistent with people saying this, 5-day retreat was great, or 10 days I've taken people to, Hong Kong and Thailand, and getting ready to go to Singapore and Bali in the spring. But what that does is it gets people to say, I love this environment of bigger thinking. Gosh, I wish this wasn't just a one-off, that I could marry it with something, more regular. And as I started to think about it more and more, I just decided, maybe we ought to introduce this group called the Platinum Level. And so it's been in existence. It's created a community quite like none other, to be completely transparent with you. And we have just been not only growing the membership, but growing the exclusivity and the kinds of benefits. And so what I want to do with you is to share with you how we have kind of up-leveled the way in which we work together. There are 22 benefits on the website. I'm picked about half, a little bit more than half, 13 of them, and I'm going to go over them with you so that you really understand them. Because if you don't understand our culture, and you might not understand some of the vernacular, you could read something but not necessarily understand, exactly what it means. So I'm going to walk you through. So the first thing the first two, I think, are things that we've launched just this year, and as a result of the pandemic. So to me, it's the silver lining of the pandemic, when you're forced to make some change and you get those eureka, aha moments of things that were in your blind spot that you're thinking, maybe we should have done this all along. right? So I'm going to give credit to the pandemic with all of its heartbreak and pain. This created possibilities for us, I think, that has really taken the platinum membership to a whole nother level. So the first thing that we did is we have a thing that we call SBI within eWomenNetwork. If you're new to eWomenNetwork and you don't know what that means, it stands for Strategic Business Introductions. eWomenNetwork runs two kinds of events with every chapter, every single month. And one is our signature event called our ANE, stands for Accelerated Networking Event. And the other one is the SBI, which is much more smaller, intimate, kept to 12. Our events, our ANEs, our Accelerated Networking Events, can be over 100 people, right? So massive exposure, lots of networking, lots of being able to, expose you and what you do, the service and product you provide to a ton of people. The strategic business introductions, which we call SBI, are much more intimate. They're kept to a maximum of 12 people. And the reason is because this is an opportunity for you to not just meet 11 other people, but, be able to have time where you can share maybe something that you're really excited about launching, but you're like, what's in my blind spot? What don't I know that I need to know that people might be able to shine the light on for me? Or conversely, it could be a real struggle that you're having, right? And you don't know how to handle it. And you want to, get access to other people that might have been there before and can teach from a wisdom, not just a knowledge perspective, right? But a wisdom. I had that same incident. This is how I handled it. This is what I might do differently, or this was what I did, and it was a total win-win. And you can obviously make your own decisions, but it's much more of a type of masterminding experience, right? And that's why it's so intimate. Well, we never had, platinum only SBI, Strategic Business Introductions, before. So this year, new in 2020, we launched them, I believe, just in June. We launched the platinum members only. And you will see from the testimonials, and many of you that were registered for this, I sent you an email that listed just, a few of the members and some of the things that they were saying. And I think it was Liz Detterer who said, this is the price of admission only, because no guests or non-members or other eWomenNetwork members that aren't platinum are permitted to these platinum members only SBIs. We host them at the corporate office, right? They are first come, first serve, but I'm going to show you exactly, because we've got one that's coming up, I think, on October the 2nd. And of course, platinum opens up on September 18th, this Friday. So literally, upon becoming a platinum member, you can attend your first strategic business introduction within 2 weeks. Okay, we do just keep it to a maximum of 12. There is a $29 registration fee, but our platinum members love it. I have to be honest with you and say that they are normally sold out within 3 or 4 days. That's how popular they are. And so I want you to have this as a newbie. Sometimes it takes a minute to figure out how things work. So you can even take a picture of this screen if you want to. And I'm recording the call and going to send it, but there's nothing like just having a quick picture. If you know this is something that you're going to do, you're going to want to access this immediately. But you just go to eWomenNetwork.com, and then you're going to click on the connect button at the top, which Janelle circled for me, and it'll have a drop down screen. And then you click on Master Event Calendar. And look what we did. We made it so easy for our platinum members that you don't have to go through the whole calendar. You can literally click, like you can see a little bit farther down on the left-hand side, Platinum SBI Online, right? And you just click there, and it's only amongst all of our events, the only thing it pops up are the platinum strategic business introductions. So as you can see, we've got 2 of them going on this week. If you become a platinum member on Friday when it opens up, you'll be eligible right away to sign up for the October 2nd platinum event. And the times there are listed in Central Standard Time, but it'll adjust accordingly for you on the calendar. Okay, and then We also have a presenting sponsor. We have had people that have said, if not you, other people who have said, hey, listen, Sandra, I would really like to have a little bit more time to formally present, my business, what I offer, be it product or service. And so we've created that opportunity as a presenting sponsor for 225, but you're in front of our, big players, and you'll have the opportunity to share, what it is that you do. Maybe if you offer, a free opt-in or something, we're also going to put all of your branding on our events page. You can use a PowerPoint to help guide you and walk you through, particularly if we're doing them online right now, it's perfect. But even as we go into in-person, and I just did there were 90 of us, and I was in Colorado Springs last week. So our chapters, depending on the city, are starting to open up. And again, you can provide, I would suggest that you would provide an opt-in where you give something very juicy away that allows people to go and connect with you personally, right? So that you can then, when they opt in, they will give you their email address, obviously, so that you can send them, something valuable that they will really love. And now you can start that further nurturing relationship with them. And then what we're doing is a 1-minute video on the private Platinum members only Facebook page. It just is a juicy way to, make sure that all of our Platinums are really engaging with you. And our Platinum Facebook page is amazingly robust. I mean, you put something out there and people, and particularly if you have a question that you ask, it's like amazing what people will do. If you say, hey, I just launched my YouTube channel, I need some followers and people to like it, whatever it is, we just have this. And you'll notice, from the testimonials, if you'll go back and look at the email that I sent, if you didn't get it, check your spam block. It said, see you in about 90 minutes. Take a look at this before we meet. That's in the subject line. It's got testimonials. And literally, this was never something that I started, but there's just this vernacular of a sisterhood. And people refer to our Platinum community as my Platinum sisters. Okay, so we don't do sales and offers, but it's a wonderful way. And we in Platinum want to learn about you. Okay, so that's the new Platinum members that we launched this year. Okay, Platinum members only SBI, Strategic Business Introductions. Okay, we also still have our standard strategic business introductions that all of our wonderful managing directors run every month. And I want you to know that what we do is we reserve 2 spots for every standard strategic business introduction for our Platinums to be able to attend for free. Okay, we reserve 2 spots. These spots are held just for Platinums. Our managing directors will confirm that you're Platinum and let you in, and they're held up to 10 days before the event. Remember, there's only 12 people maximum, so you have to make a commitment in advance, at least 10 days in advance, right? Which is a week. 10 days including the weekends. So we're talking a week and a half in advance. After that, a lot of our managing directors have wait lists for them, and they, of course, want to fill their event. So we give a window of about 10 days before the event, and then we allow the managing directors, if you haven't registered, to be able to sell those spots. Now, if you do register and you no-show, I just want to be completely transparent with you. There will be a $29 fee charged for that. But we don't typically have people that no-show. But imagine she has now saved a spot for you and then you don't show up. If you're doing events, you can really appreciate, right, how important it is for, people that reserve a ticket, especially you're getting it for free, that you actually show up. For the new standard online SBIs, the registration for Platinums is $29. Okay, and the reason why, so there's the difference between the in-person and the online, and I'm just going to be totally transparent with you. That's one of our values. When we're in person, we know, when we're doing our events in person, we know that there is a radius by which people will travel to the in-person events. And that's why it's very easy for us to hold those in-person tickets, 2 of them, for free for you. But when we're online, The Platinums love these events so much that they register, from all over, not only United States and Canada, but also the United Kingdom and Australia. We're growing in Singapore, etc. So those online SBIs, there is a registration fee for $29. But if you get in early, you connect with the managing director, you'll get preferential opportunity to make sure that you are getting booked. Okay, but that's the standard, which is different from the other ones, the platinum only ones that I just talked to you about. So the platinum SBIs was number one. Number two, that's also new this year, is our new eWomenNetwork Success Institute. If you haven't been there, it's something that we launched this year. You can find it right on the home page of eWomenNetwork. Going to eWomenNetwork.com, there is, of course, the toolbar that goes horizontally across the top, and you'll see a link for Success Institute. This is free for all of our members, okay? And what we're doing is we're loading video content every single week, specifically on Fridays, right? And we want our high-level messaging to be part of the eWomen Success Institute. So while it also includes interviews that I've done with people like Mark Cuban, right, or Michael Gerber from the E-Myth, or interviews that I've done with Matthew Knowles, Beyonce's dad, who really created her brand, or Ken Cragen, who's been my personal business mentor, from the We Are the World, orchestrating the We Are the World campaigns with Quincy Jones and Michael Jackson, and just was the major, brand personal manager to the stars, from the Bee Gees to Kenny Rogers, right, to Lionel Richie, etc. So while those are included in that company, we're also mixing our platinum members. So what I wanted to do was, I know that you have really great information, content-rich information. And so what I wanted to do was create video training. So we guide you through the whole thing. There's an application process. You submit, and then we have a woman on my staff, Aaliyah, who manages the entire Success Institute program, and literally just guides you through the process of doing a video training. You then submit it. Aaliyah will give you a deadline that works for you, and then we do all of the editing. We put the bumpers on the front end and the back end so that it looks like a channel, a professional channel, right? And then every Friday we pick, and well in advance, if we're picking you, you'll know when you're scheduled to be released, and we're just, uploading and unveiling this timely, relevant, content-rich video that our platinum members are giving, because our members, some of them are moms, and they may not get to the training that they need until the kids are in bed, right? And they're, finally getting a break, and they're quiet in their office, and they can go in and watch these videos wherever they are in their business owner cycle, whether it be they're just getting going and launching, or they're really in that growth mode, meaning they've got enough customers that they now realize they can't do it all themselves anymore, right? And so they now need to put a team around them, which is a whole nother growth cycle that we go through, to now they're really leveraging. There's that scale or leveraging phase. They've got a real cash cow of something that's really generating revenue, and now they have the ability to afford to offer a new product or service, because anytime you offer something new, it takes time, right? It takes energy, it takes money, and all of that. So depending on where you are, we've got content for everyone. What's so cool about giving this as an opportunity to you as a platinum is that we're just not asking you to submit the video. We're going to promote you, right? So our Wise Women Insights newsletter has a 44.8% open rate. And if you know anything about open rates, this is a self-subscribed group of people who have opted in to our Wise Women Insights. I'm going to be honest with you, anything that's important to eWomen Network is included in our Wise Women Insights. So, if you're a subscriber to it, if there's any announcement that we want to make, the first thing we want to do is get it on Wise Women Insights because it has a just shy of 45% open rate, unheard of, right? That means it's a very engaged audience. And the reasons why it's engaged is because we are so discerning about the content that we put in our Wise Women Insights. And we just want it to, really stay relevant, and so that's what we do. And then it's also on our website, which is our blog. And then we also promote them through our social media channels. And we do push emails out to everyone. So every Friday, if you haven't noticed, if you're signed up, in your inbox, it will land a newsletter every Friday. And then on Monday, we send an email just to the unopened, so we don't bombard people who have already opened it, just saying, here's what you've missed. And so that's why it creates this great, open rate. So for example, this is what it looks like. So this coming Friday on September 18th, Elena Fernandez, who's one of our members out of Fort Worth, Texas, she's already submitted her video, and this is an example of how we are going to be promoting her. And then the following Friday on September 25th, from Nevada, California, is Jill Lublin, right? And she's been a member, I think, oh my gosh, I almost venture to say my guess is well over 15 of my 20 years. She's been with us for a very long time, and she's brilliant on publicity, which is how do you get people to talk about you in the media for free, right? That's different from advertising when you're purchasing it. So great collaboration that we're doing and wonderful knowledge that we're bringing to all of our members. These are all videos, and you get to, see them at any time 24/7 right from the website. Okay, so those are the two new ones that we've launched this year, which are really powerful. And I've already covered 1 and 2, right? But if you're taking pictures with your phone, this is probably one that you want to take a picture with. I'm going to cover, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to give you a 2-year pro speaker membership. What's important about that is we've added a new feature this last year, and that is that once a quarter, we're actually sending you, I've got a team of people that do nothing but source all these organizations and companies that are booking speakers. And as you know, that can be a time suck right there to find them. And then you go, and then there's a whole nother digging, right, to find where do I submit to be a speaker? Who do I submit to? So I have a team on staff that actually does that. And every quarter, we send an email out to our pro speakers, which you will get a free membership to for 2 years, so that hey, here are a variety of different organizations, associations, and companies that are looking for speakers on these topics, and click here. Here's exactly where you apply. And we've had pro speakers that said just that alone is worth the price of admission. So we're going to give that to you. I also do an annual summit. You may hear about, people call them the platinum retreats, but we actually refer to them as platinum summits. It's 2.5 days with me, and we typically do it in February and we did it in February, believe it or not, before COVID. We are doing it in 2021. We've pushed it back a little bit, and we've set a date for April. I haven't promoted it. There's been no way to register for it. We're just letting the dust settle a little bit, right? And to be honest with you, I might do it in Dallas because that way, if there's a problem, we can always do it at my house. Okay. And then, obviously, you get access to specially designed programs that have never been offered to the public. I've been running a program for a few years called Speakonomics. What are the economics of speaking? Because I'm one of those people that do a lot of speaking. And I think sometimes people just speak and they really don't understand what is the true business model besides just building your list and getting clients. But how do you go about really leveraging this speaking opportunity to grow your business in a lot of other ways? It's only ever been available for platinum. and it's for a couple of years, and I'm thinking about maybe doing it in a different way, but I launch things in platinum first, right? Our main stage program where we videotape and you get coached on your 5-minute message from Kim, and then he videotapes you on our main stage, and then you can use that to apply for speaking gigs, which elevates you from other people that have bad lit videos from, closed in conference rooms in hotels, right, to being on a big lit 3-camera shoot stage kind of thing has been launched only with our platinum members. If we have a few spaces left, we might open them up to the public, but majority, we open those things up and they fly out the door. And then we also have an exclusive bestseller program. So what we did with our platinums is we just said, we don't mandate it, we just said, who's willing? Who is willing to simply say, you know what, if somebody launches a book and we're notified, we will just buy the book, the 99 cents Kindle version, on the day that it launches, because that's what distinguishes a bestseller. And so, to my knowledge, I haven't been told yet of anybody we've done a bestseller campaign for that hasn't gone bestseller. Because we just say we're all going to buy it. And then we send you an email to remind you, put this on your calendar. It automatically gives you the link to add it to Outlook. And then we remind you day of. We also put it in the Platinum Facebook group. And people go in, done, got mine, yes, and celebrate. And we just take each other platinum. That's just, to a bestseller. Okay. And then a couple more things that I just want to cover, and that is you get priority speaker consideration that are accelerated networking events. You get access to the private Facebook group page, which I've talked a lot about. You have a platinum business profile that's posted on eWomenNetwork. I think people put more time into their Facebook profile than they do for a vetted community of your audience, if your audience is women. And so we give you a special, platinum business profile that you want to have up. And then we do custom designed badge for you to wear. We ship it to you so that you have a badge to wear, even online, because if you wear it up high, it's a point of differentiation, says a lot about you. We have emblems. You'll see the 2 of them at the bottom if you want to add them to your profile or your email signature. A lot of our platinum members add these to their websites and that alike. It says something about you when you see other people. Think about it. You see other people that, are part of high-end programs, right? It tells you a little bit about who they are, their thinking, and how they play in the world, right, in terms of playing big. Okay, so there's the 12. And the final one that I just want to tell you about today is then at the conference. We've moved our conference to 2021. And I just want, number 13 is just make sure that you know that we do have a private platinum-only conference networking reception, with the carving stations, the serving stations, where of all the people that come to the conference, where do you find your platinum sisters? Right? Where are they, so that you know that you can find them and connect with them. We do have, special VIP red carpet registration. We open the doors 15 minutes to the ballroom early for the platinum members only, so that you can really leverage the experience. Okay, so what I just want you to know is that, this is an incredible community, right? And what I think is so important is when you've got, I just put out there, I'll be really honest, what I did was last week I said, hey, I've never really asked you, is there anyone that would like to say anything about, what the platinum membership has been like for you? And it just overflowed. It made me cry. I shared it with Kim. He got glassy eyed because I thought, wow, who knew, right? But it really is. Betsy Clark's out of Colorado Springs, just her go-to community. She does come to the summit, just really fills her up. She's also a premier success coach, and they're just her peeps. And the benefits are just juicy. Many of you may know Felicia Searcy. This is a wonderful, wonderful woman out of Thousand Oaks, California. And what I love about what she says is that every time she's around, see the sisters thing I was talking to you about? These are direct quotes. She feels stretched, challenged, and inspired. What I love about Felicia is how she sees the world, so that she can grow into the person she knows she is meant to be. Because sometimes we have our own blind spots, and people will see more in us than we see ourselves. Right. So just having access, to the sisters and to me too, which is my tribe. This really is my tribe too. We have a realtor Markesha Hobbs out of Colorado Springs. And what I love is she says is, look at this, sisters. I mean, we don't teach anybody to use this vernacular. It just becomes this sisterhood, but it's business. We're not girlfriends. We become girlfriends because of the connection we have to play a bigger game. And what I love about what she says is that it's just really about, having like your own board of directors, and you see the themes of stretching and growing and challenging each other in a very supportive, inspirational way. Okay, so if this feels good to you, then this is the part you need to know. So it begs the questions, what's the process, Sandra? And here it is. You got to make a decision. There are two kinds of platinum memberships. One is if you're on this call and you are not a currently existing eWomen Network member, you're what we call new platinum. If you join at the platinum level, and we have them happen every time we open up the platinum membership, people join at the platinum level. Okay, so there's that. So you need to know that. And then we have platinum upgrade. And that's for those of you that are on this line that are saying, okay, I'm a current member, I've been hearing about it, or now I know other members within eWomen Network that are singing its praises, and I want to upgrade to platinum. So those are the differences. So you have to know which bucket you fit in, and the system will guide you. But I just want you to know it going into it, the two different levels. And then the next stage is that you mark your calendar for this Friday. This Friday happens to be the eWomen Network 20th birthday. So when we were thinking about opening it up, one more time this year, we decided why not do it, on our birthday. So just want you to know that that's this coming Friday. And that's why I wanted you to have this and have time to think about it, pray on it, meditate about it, talk to other people, at whatever kind of homework or vetting you need to do so that you feel good and clear about it is what's so important, because you're going to get a little overwhelmed at how we're just going to love on you right away. Okay. And so it's going to open up when you go in. If you just put yourself on the wait list, right, then, and I'll post that up again for you in just a minute, then we'll do all the heavy lifting. We'll remind you, and you don't have to worry about forgetting, but you could go ahead and put it on your calendar for now. If you're brand new, like a virgin non-eWomen Network member that I just described, and you come in, it's $8,500 one-time lifetime. Okay, and then it's just $197 a year. We do have a 3-payment option. I want you to see what I'm doing on the left-hand side. I'm giving you a year to pay for it. You're going to get 100% of all of the benefits and have a full year to pay for it. You'll make your first payment in September. You won't make another payment until March, and your third and final payment will not be until August. And yet, you will get all of the benefits, including access to my retreat, and not even being paid in full. And the reason why is because it attracts a certain caliber. I'm just so not worried about it, and I'm showing up to invest in you. And I just know that there'll be a non-issue with you continuing to pay through August. Okay. And I think the big thing to think about is, one idea can bring not just one client, but dozens, if not hundreds. I mean, that's the way we play in a real bigger way. Or better yet, one idea, can bring you a business idea, which you can launch and build that can ultimately make you a ton of money. And my hope is that, my mission is to take 1 million women over $1 million in annual revenue, so that you can give it away if that's what you want to do to your causes, the injustices, the organizations that are important to you, or even, help other women, right? You can now become an investor once you're in that $1 million category if that's what you want to do. It's not necessarily about, a bigger house or a nicer car. It's about just the goodness that you get to put out in the world. So if you're an upgrade, I just want you to know that you will say, we know that you've already paid $357 already as a membership, right? So I just want to give all of that back to you. And many of you have been members for a number of years. So we're going to give you the $500, and you'll get that off in the first payment. So, your first payment will be $3,000. All payments will be $3,000. Again, a year to pay for it. And then you'll never pay dues again, just so that you know. You just have your annual renewal fee of $197. So, here it is. This is what you need to know. This is if you haven't taken the picture yet, I just want you to know you're officially invited as of right now. to apply by getting yourself on the wait list. There is the line at the bottom with the arrow that's yellow. That's eWomenNetwork.com/page/platinum. That takes you to the page. Before you even get to the wait list, you'll see all the 22 benefits, not just the 13 that I covered, so that you can see a summary of everything. And then you'll see that button, the blue button, like the Tiffany bluish, like the color of blue you're looking at now, kind of an aqua blue. And it'll say, get on the wait list. And there's no purchasing or anything at that time. You're just getting on the wait list. We're only going to be accepting platinums on Friday. But if you get yourself on the wait list, you'll get the email reminders, I think, which is what you want. Okay. And just as a summary, I think I was talking about Liz a little bit earlier, and she was just saying the strategic business introductions alone are worth the price of admission. I'm not sure Liz has actually even been to a summit yet, the 2.5 day. The cool thing is, that's what I love about Platinum, is you get to pick and choose the benefits that are right for you, that are best for you. What I like is that, you can stay at home. You can stay at home through the online SBI's Platinum only strategic business introductions, and truly get access to people, as Liz says, that are a different level, mindset, and stage of their business. Right? It's like rocket fuel. I love that. Deborah Daniels, if you've seen her transformation, she's out of Atlanta, Georgia. And what I love about Deborah Daniel is she is just like, for her, the icing on the cake are the members. So I could tell you about all the benefits, right? But what she's saying that I didn't say is just the value, really, of just getting to know and develop and be in relationship with the other platinum members. And that's where she goes. I mean, she asks for advice, and she just feels like, hands down, best investment ever. But she goes to the summits and she participates in the strategic business introductions. And then finally, just for you, I just wanted you to see Natalie Clayton. She's a relatively new platinum member, and she came to her first platinum summit, I believe it was, this past February, and just feeling really glad that she chose to hang around, right? And get the leadership and advice and support that can only be received if you're a platinum member. So, and finally, let me just say to you, your platinum membership travels with you. So just remember that if you're traveling, when we're back in person and you're traveling around, just know that, you are always welcome as a platinum member. So if you're packing your suitcase, make sure you throw that name badge, in your bag so that you can wear it if you're going to in-person events. I love it when I go to a city, I'm in Phoenix, and someone says, I'm from Vancouver, right? Or, I'm in another city and someone will say, I'm from Reno. It's very fun to see how our members leverage doing a little business while they're doing vacation and being able to, follow the guidelines of the IRS. But when you're doing business, there's a part of it that you may be able to deduct as a part business expense, certainly any fees for attending, right? And then also online. So, you're a platinum member in your chapter city, guess what? Attend the Australian events, the online Australian events, or the United Kingdom events. So wanted to make sure that you know that. So there you have it. Really, this is my last page. Just wanted to keep us to about 45 minutes. I think I did it. I think we're at 43 minutes. Didn't want to take too much of your time. I see that you're already going. I've got my phone. I'm getting pinged on those of you that are already adding yourself to the platinum page. So just want to acknowledge the people that are doing that right now. Yvonne Larson, I see that you have added yourself to the platinum page. So congratulations. I could go on and on. Doesn't matter. But go ahead and get it now. Cheryl, I see that you're super excited. You're more than welcome adding yourself. And if you're already added, you've already done it. There's nothing to do. We'll be reaching out to you later on this week. But this is your official invitation from me. I am reaching out to you. You can't see me right now, but I'm reaching out my hand to you and inviting you to be part of this exclusive community of true visionary achievers. The conversation at the table is just different, and I'd like for you to be a part of it. Okay, everyone? So take care, and hope to connect with you and through the Platinum event, and I look forward to welcoming you on Friday. Take care, everyone, and bye for now.